Hello everyone, welcome back to our tutorial. This time I will be going through simple and compound interest, and this video will be going through the introduction for simple interest only. Okay, so your first encounter with this topic is in Sec 1 actually, but I bet it is not taught extensively. So you meet this again in Sec 3, and this time round I will provide a bit more explanation on this part of the topic. Okay. So first things first, you need to remember the simple interest formula is not given in your formula sheet. Therefore, you must make an attempt to remember, or rather, you must remember the formula. If not, how else you're going to use the formula, right? Okay, so the formula is given by I equals to PRT over 100. Okay, so there's four different letters there, and you need to know the meanings, the interpretation of all those letters. So let's go one by one. I stands for your simple interest. All right, this is basically the extra money, or the extra money that you need to pay, or the extra money that you get when you put your money in the bank and so on. Right? The letter P stands for principal. Okay, there are four keywords that's related to principal. I will explain later. R is your interest rate. This is determined by the bank. Okay, and lastly, T is your time in years. So basically, okay, hang on. Let's go and look at the letter P. Okay, principal here. The letter P, or rather the principal, is something that you need to know. There are four keywords related to principal, or there are four keywords that will tell you, okay, this 10,000 is my principal. This 25,000 is the principal amount in this particular question. Okay, so let's go down here and we look at P. Okay, the first keyword that you need to know about principal, or that will tell you that this amount is the principal, is your loan. Okay, so loan in terms of you take a loan to buy a car, you take a loan to pay for your studies, you take a loan to start a business, and so on. Okay, so there's loan. Secondly, similar to loan, but it's called borrow. They will mention James borrowed 25,000 from his friend to start a business. Okay, instead of borrowing from taking a loan from the bank, he borrowed from his friend. Okay. Number three is related to, or is closely related to all of us, which is deposit. Okay, you get money from your family members. You get you get money from your parents. You get money from your aunties, your grandparents. And then you keep them in the bank. So basically, you deposit inside the bank. So if let's say you deposit 1,000 for 1 year, you expect to get 1,000. Am I right? Logically, if you don't spend the money. But when you check the bank after 1 year, oh, you got $1,010, for example. How come there's extra $10 when nobody put in the money? That is from the interest that you gain. Okay. So lastly, number four is invest. I'm not sure if anyone is investing yet, but I hope your parents are investing in something. So you invest money, that means you put money inside some form of a plan, so that it will grow. Okay, so every month you put in $200, and a year you keep $24,000, right? 2,400, and at the end of 10 years you hope to grow that amount to something else. Okay, so anyway, these are the four words that you need to know, and it will give you the clue that that amount of money is the principal amount. Okay, yeah. So for me to explain everything else, simple interest is something I've already mentioned. Principal, the interest rate is determined by the bank or the financial housing that determines this rate. It is always mentioned in how many percent per annum. Okay, this per annum is a standard way to express the interest rate. Per annum means per year. All right. And lastly, the time is always in years. That means if you take a loan, you take a car loan and you want to pay it in 10 years, that means the time is 10. Okay, you deposit for 5 years, so the time is 5. All right. Okay, so this is the simple interest formula. Before we go on to the work example, I want to show you one more formula which is A equals to P plus I. Okay, so what does A means? A is the total amount. What does total amount means? Total amount means the amount of money that you gain if you deposit or invest plus the principal itself. Okay, or the total amount that you need to repay in case you take a loan or borrow. So basically, the total amount is equals to the principal plus the interest. Okay, so I put here P plus I. This formula, okay, this formula in the box up in blue here is something that you need to remember. It's not really a formula basically. To me, it's just a reminder of what you need to remember. Okay, total amount is equals to the principal and the interest. All right. So in a gist, this is simple interest and the formula. Watch out for our next video or look for our next video to see how we use this formula and what kind of questions can be asked with regards to simple interest. Okay, I will catch you at our next video.